Good fucking morning. My name is Florence Given, and you are listening to The Florence Given Show. I need every single fucking woman on the planet to listen to today's podcast episode. I'm calling today's podcast episode an audacity injection. This episode is so potent. It has this energy in it that has even got me to feel fucking motivated. I recorded this a month ago and I re-listened to it and I felt like I could do anything after listening to this episode. This isn't something that you listen to once, okay? This audacity injection is going to set your fucking soul on fire, and I want you to listen to this episode every single time that you forget or you feel doubtful or you've lost that spark, right? Maybe your dreams start to manifest and you're like, do I really deserve this? You are gonna listen to this episode, okay? May you never again forget that your one goal in this life is to be so you and to be so everything that you know you were fucking meant to be that it pisses insecure people off. Women spend so much of our lives trying to avoid pissing people off. In fact, I would say that my entire personality for most of my adult life was just trying to not piss people off, trying to not ruffle the fucking feathers, yeah? And in today's episode, I'm injecting you with audacity. I'm injecting you with the conviction, the courage, the motivation, almost like this electric shock of belief that you deserve to achieve every single fucking thing that you want in life. And even more than that, that you deserve to take up so much space that it makes other people say, who does she think she is? I want every woman on the fucking planet to listen to this episode, okay? Please send it with your mums. Please send it to your friends, your sisters. Share it on social media and return to this episode as your audacity injection for every single time you forget who the fuck you are. All right? Let's fucking go. Let's start the new year off. I love ya. Mwah! If not you, then who? Yeah? If not you, then who? Who's going to take that spot? That spot in your life, in your career, on social media, in your workplace. If you're not going to take that spot because you're humble and you're eating your slice of Miss Humble Crumble, because you don't want to take up space and who's going to take it? If not you, then who? Some asshole. Some asshole is going to see that you're not taking it and sweep in without even thinking and take it. And you know what? It's going to be someone that doesn't deserve it. It's going to be someone with no integrity, no compassion, that never even thinks about being considerate for other people. They're going to come in and sweep that spot that you're leaving because you're afraid of taking up space. Take it all up. Take it all up, Miss Humble Crumble. Stop eating your humble crumble. We've been sold this lie as women and we enforce it on each other. We're so good at enforcing this shit on each other. We say, oh, don't take up too much space. Leave space for others. Who does she think she is? Yeah, we do it to each other. But if not you, then who? Some dickhead. Some dickhead is going to come in and sweep all that shit off the table because you were being a good girl saying, oh, I won't take it because I'm selfless. I'm going to eat my slice of humble crumble. Humble crumble. No more. Be audacious. Take up so much space in your life that it makes you uncomfortable because you're a good person. You know that you are a good person and you're going to do good things with your power. Trust that you will be good with power. Trust that you will handle power in a generous, abundant, and beautiful way. The more that compassionate women learn to take up so much space that it makes them feel a little bit uncomfortable, the more the world is going to fucking heal. You need to push past this threshold in your body of guilt that's holding you back from taking up space in your own life. You want to see compassionate leadership in the world. You want to see women in positions of power. You want to be a leader yourself, but you can't even post a fucking selfie on your Instagram because it feels embarrassing and you feel like you're taking up too much space. That might not sound like it links to being able to hold positions of power, but it is. Because you've got to get good at pissing people off. Women are taught that our goodness in this life equates to how many people like us and how many people we can keep happy. But guess what? If you want to be great, you're going to have to piss some people off. And I think the sooner you sort of embrace the fact that many women will not be fucking happy with your success, the sooner you become successful. Because you still think that the only way you're doing it right in life is if everyone around you is happy. But if everyone around you is happy and comfortable with you, you're just putting up a good show. Great women, wild women, women who are so themselves, piss people off, not just to be provocative and be an asshole. Great women piss people off because they trigger the insecurities of other women who still remain caged within their smallness. Women who are still shackled within the mental cage of fear and shame, women who are still afraid of expressing themselves. You're going to trigger them. You're going to hold a mirror up to that wound they have inside themselves that tells them, don't be too much. Don't take up too much space. You trigger that in other women. And so if you were going to live a juicy, full and delicious life, being yourself, you've got to expect to piss other women off. Pissing other women off, not by being an arsehole, but just by being yourself, having a bunch of people say, gosh, she's fucking embarrassing. Who does she think she is? Yeah? It's the only way you know that you are going hard enough in life is if you have a bunch of women saying, who does she think she is? It's true. The only way that you're going to make all women happy and get everyone to put down their pitchforks and stop talking about you is if you make yourself smaller and mediocre. Because guess what? We don't talk about mediocre people. We just don't. It's the truth. We don't talk about women that aren't posing a threat to the social hierarchy. And so women have been taught to believe that being great and being so good, so talented, so successful, so beautiful, so alive, so passionate is selfish because we're taking up space, because we're shining too bright. It feels like a crime. It feels like you are committing a crime at times to be successful, to shine brighter than the people around you. But you're like this fucking beacon of light showing other women that it's okay for us to do it too. Because when you don't take up space, when you do make yourself smaller and you stop posting on social media, you stop wearing the colors that you love because you don't want to be judged by other women or other mums, and you sort of dim your light, you just let everyone know that, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be small and boring and mediocre. What does that do for anything? It just maintains this fake illusion. You're supposed to be this glitch in the fucking matrix. A free woman is this glitch in the matrix. She shows us what's possible. And she might make us a bit fucking uncomfortable, because we've never seen it embodied before. And she might make a voice in our heads go, God, who does she think she is? If not you, then who? Who is going to occupy the space that you're leaving for others? No one. The space is infinite. It's bullshit. We've all been taught scarce thinking, like there's not enough room for us all. You weren't born to play it small, and you know it, and you're sick of it. You're sick of watching yourself make yourself smaller so that other people can be comfortable with their own mediocrity. But if you just let yourself be great, if you let yourself be so good that it pisses people off, oh, don't you just want to taste that version of yourself? Like, you're allowed to be so good that it pisses people off. You're allowed to be fucking great. You're allowed to be so good that you trigger other people's insecurities. Because guess what? Without you to sort of ruffle their shame, ruffle their feathers, ruffle their inner wounding, how would they know that they have something to heal? It takes time for people to see it. But eventually, the women that cause us so much envy in our lives, they're our biggest teachers because they show us what we still don't believe is possible for ourselves. Every single woman that I ever envied was a portal for me to accept my repressed desires through. Women that you envy so much that it pisses you off. She is revealing to you something that you believe either isn't possible for you or something that you feel shameful for wanting. And so to watch a woman unapologetically embody that desire, it's triggering. It's jarring. We're not used to seeing it, you know? And sometimes you can skip that envy bullshit altogether and go straight to feeling inspired by her. But often that's not the case. And that's why I want to talk about that feeling, is because especially, you know, if you're someone that's a feminist, envy can feel quite shameful. You feel like it contradicts the identity you have as someone that loves and supports women. But it has nothing to do with whether or not you care about women. This is about a belief you have inside yourself that what she has isn't possible for you. And that belief is just bullshit. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. If you just allowed yourself to be everything that you know you're supposed to be, wild, self-expressive, passionate, loud, wears loads of color, or maybe the opposite, maybe you're a fucking introvert. Maybe all you want to do is sit at home and read books, but you're trying to force this like social side of you out. Whatever authentic looks like to you, the sooner you give yourself permission to be that and stop fighting who you are, not only do you become a much more alive and joyful person, but it becomes physically impossible to envy and hate and obsess over other women. The alchemy for crippling envy is authenticity. Authenticity, when you live your life in a way that you fucking love and you follow your intuition and you do the shit that you love, you don't try and please anyone, it's impossible to envy other women because it melts envy. Authentic choices and an authentic life melts envy. Because when you are living a life in a way that you want, you don't want anyone else's life. It only becomes inspiring. Because when you live an authentic life and you make choices whether or not people like it, other women living life their way just shows you that you can do it too. It's like off a fucking tasting menu. You're like, oh, I'll have a bit of that. Oh, I'll have a bit of that. Oh, I didn't know that I wanted that. That's amazing. But when you're stuck in this fear and people-pleasing mode of life where your life isn't full of you at all, it's full of other people, Maybe you created your career around what your parents wanted for you, or you never express yourself because you cringe at yourself expressing yourself. And because of that, you're a very judgmental person. You judge other people. You cringe at other women's self-expression. When you are in a place of fear and you're not embodied as fuck and living your life by your desires because you're embarrassed and you're existing in this cage of shame, you hate other women. You hate other women because they remind you of your lack of mental freedom, because that's all it is. It's just mental freedom. Women who let themselves express themselves wildly or ask for more money or embody their desires, they possess mental freedom because somewhere along the way they had to decide, am I going to choose other people liking me or choosing a wildly authentic life, whether people like it or not? And uncaged women are very fucking triggering. You'll obsess over them. And if you're someone that's living in fear, if you're someone that doesn't express themselves, if you're someone that isn't happy with where they're at in life because you put everyone before yourself and you convince yourself that it makes you a good person because you're so considerate and so selfless and so humble. And you know what? You might even convince yourself that you're better than those women who go after what they want because, well, I'm living a selfless life. I put everyone before me, and you know what? I'm a good person because of it. It's what you've got to do. It's what you've got to do. It's just what women have got to do. We've got to put everyone first. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, you don't mean that. You're resentful. You're irritated at your life. You're irritated at other people. And it's because you're not living the life you want. So who's really the generous one? Because the women who've been taught to be good girls and not follow their dreams and follow the lives of other people, outwardly, you may appear to be a very selfless, humble person. But deep down, you're pretending that you don't want what you want. You're pretending that you're okay with having less. And that makes us liars. It makes us deeply inauthentic. And so those women that rattle our envy, those women that express themselves, those women that outwardly say that they love beauty and femininity, all these things that we've been taught to believe are like embarrassing or shameful or frivolous, you know, women that say they don't want kids. And you've been taught your whole life that women's purpose in life is to have kids. She exhibits a freedom that you didn't know was possible. And so you might hate her for it because you were taught that women need to have kids. And so you resent these other women. Whatever it is in life that you have been taught you need to do to be good is fake. It's all fucking fake. You aren't supposed to do anything in this life except relentlessly pursue the life of your dreams. And this is especially true for women. Because when a woman pursues the life of her dreams, like, there is nothing more beautiful than a woman that loves her life. It fertilizes everything around her. And yet we've been taught the opposite. We've been taught to empty ourselves out in service of others. And we forget that we are also a person that deserves to live. The script of self-sacrifice and swallowing our humble crumble is dead. It dies here. And I want you to notice how many times this crops up in your life, how many times you convince yourself that sidelining what you want makes you a good mum, makes you a good friend, makes you a good partner, makes you a good feminist. How often do you intellectualize this fear of just letting other people down by convincing yourself that it makes you good. No more humble crumble. What is it that you want in life? And can you accept that you want it? Do you fucking hate this corporate job? Do you hate that you have built a life where you have so many insane expenses that you need to just work so hard just to cover? And you secretly envy the life of an artist that doesn't make a lot of money but has no one to answer to? Do you envy the women that speak about life with authority? Do you envy the women that fucking love fashion and love clothes, but tell yourself that you're better than them because, oh, I don't care about all that stuff? Honestly, there is no bigger sign that you want something in life than when you start to judge other women who have that thing. And you sort of convince yourself that you're better than those women because they like the, oh, women who like fashion, so frivolous, so pointless. Oh, God, what is she doing all of that? Who is she trying to be? It's a confession. Every time you do that, it's a confession of your subconscious, repressed desire. Every time you envy another woman like that, it's a confession that you don't believe that thing is allowed for you. It says nothing about the woman. And your judgment of other women, by the way, is also why you hold yourself back, because you don't want to be someone that other people judge the way you judge other women. You don't want people to laugh at you the way you laugh at other women. And so we keep each other down in this sort of like culture of shame. And guess who thrives? Men. We judge other women and say, well, she doesn't deserve this because she hasn't got a squeaky clean record and she hasn't done enough for this. And in 2014, she said this really problematic thing. She doesn't deserve her success. She doesn't deserve her ambition. Who does she think she is making this much money? I could have done a better job than that. Blah, 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 blah. And we make it so psychologically painful for a woman to be successful that most of them just shrivel away in shame and never try again. I'm done with it. I'm done with that cycle, and I'm refuse to participate in it. And I want you to refuse to participate in it with me. Because when we tear women down in this way, guess who sat back laughing their ass off while they take the top spot? It's men. We need to let women that annoy us, women that don't have a squeaky clean, morally perfect record, we need to let them win. Because the only other people that are audacious enough to believe themselves worthy of power are normally the worst kind of people. It's all we've ever seen, really, in leadership. And if we want a new world, we want a new world where we actually see women thrive. It starts with you taking up space in your own life. It starts with you pushing past that threshold you feel in your body in the daytime where you're like, should I wear this? Is this too much? You need to push into your too muchness as often as possible to prove that you can take up space in your own life, to inspire other women who witness you to see that it's okay to take up space in your own life. And because if not you, then who? Who's going to take up the space? The worst kind of people. No more humble crumble. All right? Stop convincing yourself that it makes you a good fucking person to be small and to shrivel and to eat your humble crumble, pretend that you want less. Oh my God, stop pretending that you want less. Stop pretending that you want anything less than the juicy, fucking delicious, romantic, wild, vibrant, slow, fast, whatever fucking life you want. Stop pretending you don't want it. It doesn't make you a good person, and it doesn't make you a good person to judge the women that let themselves have it. Those women that you envy and you obsess over, oh, who does she think she is? What does she think she's doing? Ugh, God, I don't care about all of that stuff. You do. You really do. You do. You just don't let yourself want those things. You were taught that it's wrong. But it's not wrong. It's not wrong to want. Heal and accept the shame you have around the life that you want. Give yourself permission to want it. Abandon the thing that you think you should fucking want. And accept that you want this thing. Accept that you want this thing, or that you want to be this thing that contradicts the identity of who you think you should be. You know, so many women, we shame away our desire to be beautiful and feel beautiful and to love pretty little things because we think it's frivolous and like silly and embarrassing and unfeminist. And there's way more important things in life. And so you might shame other women that let themselves enjoy beautiful things. You might be a woman that's told to not desire attention. And so you shame other women that command attention with their voice, with their power, with their outfits, with their confidence. You say, oh God, who does she think she is? She's attention seeking. That statement is just a confession that you want attention. The little child in you, the little girl in you, she's annoyed that the spotlight isn't on her. Honestly, I think the world would be a much more beautiful, harmonious place, especially within women and female friendships, if we all just admitted that we love attention. And I'm not even talking about like having eyes on you. That can be horrible for anyone. I'm talking about being seen, and being seen in a desirable light, being seen in a way that we want to be seen and witnessed. Inside all of us is just a little child that wants attention. And so sometimes when you think you hate someone, a woman, oh, she's so annoying. You don't hate her. You hate that she commands attention from people and that she's magnetic because you were told that you're not allowed to do that. You were told that you, in your self-expression, was embarrassing. You were told girls don't do that. The girls at school made you feel embarrassed for who you are, and so you shamed it away to belong and fit in. And now you've grown up, an adult woman that cringes at women who express themselves, that cringes at women who let themselves love life. You go, oh God, so embarrassing. And you might even throw a dash of moral purity in there and say, oh God, so embarrassing. There's more important things to care about in the world. Yeah, there's an added layer to this intellectualized jealousy that we have now, where we sort of impose our moral righteousness over other women to make us feel better than her. I used to do it all the time. And I have compassion for that version of myself, but I find it embarrassing how much I used to become this like almost drunk on moral superiority and tell myself that it was me being a good feminist, but really it was me. It's like fucking, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. It's just gross. And it's helpful to see the way that it manifests within you. You need to give yourself permission to want the life that you want, because if not you, then who? If not you, then who? Who deserves that life? If not you? A good person, a compassionate person, a person that cares about the world. If not fucking you, then who? Stop swallowing your humble crumble. Spit it out. You're done with it. No more humble crumble. Think about all of the like really awful people in the world. They don't question themselves fucking once. And you don't think that you deserve to like go out and dance or post on social media. You can't even post a selfie because you're like, oh, that's taking up too much space. Oh no. What are these women going to think? Let them chat shit. Let people chat shit about you. Piss people off. Make people say, who does she think she is? In fact, see it as an act of generosity. To be so ridiculous to yourself that people can't help but talk about you. And they're going to be so good at making it sound morally righteous, you know? Because no one talks shit about women in the same way that we used to anymore. We come for women's morals. That's where we stab her. We don't do it in the way that we used to. We don't attack women's appearance as much. We come for her morals because it's unfeminist to talk about the way women look now. So we've just got better at repackaging the projection of our fucking envy and our insecurities. And we say, oh, she's problematic. Don't let the trap get you. Don't let the trap get you. You're better than that. Become one of the women that embodies her full fucking potential. Let yourself be so good and so happy that it pisses people off. Did you know that you are allowed to be so happy it pisses people off? Did you know? Did you know that your joy doesn't have to make sense to people and that you don't need to explain it? You don't need to get out all of the reasons and the pain that you've been through to justify why you're allowed to be fucking happy? You're allowed that. And you don't even need my permission. Happiness is your birthright. Joy is your birthright. Stop pretending that you want less. Stop pretending that you don't want the juicy and delicious life that you fucking want. You want it. And the other women that you see live it, the women who are creative, the women who are writers, the women who are filmmakers, the women who are beautiful, the women who let themselves be obsessed with their hair and their fashion. Stop shaming them. You want to be them. It's fine. Stop shaming them. As soon as you accept, fuck, I want that. Even let yourself like embarrassingly admit it to yourself. Like, oh my God, I want to feel beautiful. I want to express my own version of beauty. And I've not been doing it because I'm afraid that other women are going to laugh at me or other women are going to say, who does she think she is? But that's the goal. Remember, we're flipping this on its head. You want to make women say, who does she think she is? That's your green light now. And if you don't have anyone saying, who does she think she is? You're not going hard enough. You're not being yourself enough. And I mean that because if people aren't saying that about you, you're probably playing it very safe. You're playing within the confines of the social rules we have. And the social rules we have are fake. They are not your rules. And so if you're living a life where you're just sort of swirling around in mediocrity and no one's kind of triggered by you, it's because you're following society's rules and not your own. Great people piss people off. Women who are themselves piss people off. And when I say piss people off, you know that I don't mean be an asshole. You've learned at some point in your life, maybe as a little girl or in school, that your radiance was dangerous. And it was dangerous. It still is dangerous. Yeah? Women will try and humble you. They'll try and tell you, stop taking up space. And they'll intellectualize it and say, you're problematic, you're doing this, you're doing that, blah, 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 blah. But really, they just hate seeing you shine and you trigger them so much. Like a little girl inside them is going, that's not fair. Yeah? Women who love themselves don't have the fucking time to judge other women. They're so full of love and joy and they're on their own path that they can't even fathom taking an ounce of their energy to put someone else down or judge or criticize. It doesn't come naturally because you just don't have the time for it. Give yourself the fucking permission to take up so much space that it makes you feel uncomfortable. Because if not you, a kind-hearted, compassionate person that cares about the world, then who? Who deserves it if not you? Who deserves it if not you? All right, let's get ready to piss some people off this week with our light. And get ready to inspire some people as well. Because that's what it does. It inspires people. Just like me being in my power has inspired other people as well. Could you imagine if I delivered this message timidly and was like, well, I think some women need to learn to be more brave and audacious, and I think that would be really good. Could you imagine if I delivered this message like that? Disgusting. Stop eating the humble crumble. No more humble crumble, okay? Take up so much space, it makes you a little bit sick. It's the only way you know you're going hard enough. I love you. Mwah!